Okay, we was waiting for that one. That's one of the ones this year that we was looking forward to. I know there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of controversy. You know, always controversy for like over the last year when it comes to Easy the Block Captain. Controversy around Charlie Clips. What Charlie Clips are we gonna get? What Charlie Clips are we gonna get? Yo, is he gonna freestyle? Is he gonna? He's been quiet this joint. All of that. You know what I'm saying? So this was highly anticipated for all the battle rap fans and the battle rap community. And you see the title. It says shocking. Easy to Block Captain versus Charlie Clips reaction. And we shall get into it. We shall get into it, y'all. Um, Shout out to checks and balances, all the channel members, everybody that's up. You know what I'm saying? It's late for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I was up at like 5:30 starting the streams and all that because it was up all day. I had to do 3 streams earlier today, and now we here for battle rap. Um, so I stayed home for this pretty much. One of the homies tossed the thread together, put the bat signal in the air, like, yo, we going outside tonight. We out. And I was in. I was in till about 6:37ish. And I was just like, I could probably watch some of the stream in the car or something like that. Bring my Bluetooth with me. I'll be all right. I'm old, man. I just got tired. I just got more and more tired. And I was just like, yo, it's gonna be like a 45-minute drive there, 45-minute drive home. I gotta shower up, get dressed. I don't feel like drinking all night. And I know when I get there and the party moving and we in our section and all that, I'm gonna be drinking. I said, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna do the Chrome. I'm not my bad, the trenches stream tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna change my mind on that. Pour me up a couple glasses of wine, stay my ass away from the hard liquor, and mellow out, keep it easy. So shout out to the trenches for keeping it entertaining tonight, man. I took a small nap. Like I said, I'm old, so I missed some of the battles. But I did support um as I should, as we should. I did support, I did buy the stream. And when I cut it on, I think I was in the top or the bottom of the second with Av versus Rosenberg Raw. Good battle from what I saw. Rosenberg Raw keeping it gutter, keeping it frozen as always, and Av punching back to back. Good battle. I didn't see the first round, so I won't judge it, but it looked close. It definitely looked like a close battle. So it looked like the trenches got one with that matchup, and I'm pretty sure what happened before that as well. Before I got on the stream, there was some other good stuff happening too. So once again, shout out to the trenches. If you didn't cop the live pay-per-view, and if you wasn't in the building, make sure you go get your VOD and support. The trenches putting on. Oh, main event time. Easy to Block Captain versus Charlie Clips. So going in, like I started the stream saying, there was some controversy, some narratives. This battle has been brewing. It almost feels like for about 2 years. Easy, he's still amongst the top battle rappers, but he was having such an incredible run, like a undeniable undefeated type of claim that he had, where he can really legitimately say that I'm undefeated. Only thing I have is clear wins and debatables, right? And people was jumping out there like, who are we gonna get to beat Easy? Like when you're on a run like that, you got to look in the field and say who can do it, who could best this person. And Charlie Clips was one of the names that was getting thrown around because everybody knows the level of Charlie Clips, how versatile he is, how much of a cheat code he could be, and he was one of the names. Fast forward, they did like a little small promotional exhibition, kind of relight the flame a little bit, so it was cool to see them do that. That was cool. And then as of recent, after it got announced, I think it was a real good announcement. I think people was anticipating it, but it did take a small hit because of Clips. Okay. Clips had a recent battle or two that people felt like that maybe live up to his potential. We know how Clips can give it up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with the freestyling or not the full prepared 3 written rounds, or sometimes some of the too much joking or the playing sometimes. We know Charlie Clips. We know his capabilities, but we can get down on him at times. And that's what hampered the matchup a little bit leading in. But here we are. What was the outcome? So, first round. First round is what's gonna make a lot of people discuss who won and who lost this battle. Not to me. I'm just already predicting how people's gonna treat the judging of this battle, and that's because of the first. Okay, first round, and mind you, Easy to Block goes first. Easy to Block captain comes out in the first round. He's still in the same form of what we expect. It's Easy to Block captain. Um, his delivery, his content, his bars, um, even his performance and his energy. I gotta give him that too. Like it just remains potent as shit. It's just so potent. You know what I mean? And he don't sound like nobody. His delivery is like nobody's. And he came out in the first round just like that. You know what I mean? Real good first round from Easy. I feel like for the majority of the round, his angle was Charlie Clips kind of misusing his talent, right? And bullshitting and not really having the good performances as he should. I felt like pretty much that was the angle in the first round from Easy. Even though that same angle, I think I heard it, multiple times in other rounds as well. But it seemed like that was a majority of the first round. And it hit. It was a real good round from Easy to Block. Charlie Clips comes. Charlie Clips matches his energy as far as having a good round. But Charlie Clips gets, I feel like maybe like to the 70% mark of his round. And he does a little bit of freestyling. He does some freestyling. I don't know if he got thrown off. I don't know if it was planned. I don't know. But there was a little bit of freestyling in there. It was very easy to see. And I feel like there was a couple pockets in there where Clips wasn't on his full A game all the way through the round. It was a good round, but Easy was just more consistent through the rounds to me. I think from beginning to end, you are trapped in what Easy to Block is doing. Charlie Clips, when he starts, it's the nail bite and shit with Clips like, what clips are we gonna get? What clips are we gonna get? What clips are we gonna get? He's doing good, he's doing good. All right. And then there's small little pockets, like, okay. And then it gets to a point where there's a little bit of freestyling, and automatically that kind of trips your brain a little bit, like, and then he doesn't really close out as strong as he started. So first round is going to Easy to Block captain for me. I'm taking that one to Easy to Block. Second round, Easy to Block comes out and he's still staying consistent with what he was doing in the first. But the glaring issue here is Easy to Block captain has a huge choke. Now we see chokes sometimes with somebody, they fall off of their material and then they bring it right back. And if you hear them speak in interviews, they be like, yeah, I just real quick. I mean, they make it sound like it's not a choke. When it's a clear choke, is like when the room is like, come on, get it back. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? And Easy had a pretty long choke. And it wasn't the even get it back choke. It was the I choked, I stopped rapping, and then I had to stop my round. He just gutter. That's it. And it's like by default, we know the rules, round is over. And there's not even really any room to do like it was a 10-8 round or what a 10-9 round or 9-9 round if Clips had a very bad round or something like that. If Easy got it back, or if we felt like he got to the end of his round and like maybe a last line or something, it was it felt like there could have been based on the time of what had happened, it felt like there could have been a lot of material that he had left. So, I don't remember seeing Easy choke like that before. I really don't. I don't know if I've seen him choke like that before or choke at all. Um, I know he's probably got a bunch going on, caught up in a lot of back and forths. He got the Drake default picture. And then he did the thing with Hitman, put some time aside to do the song back and forth. And he's an online presence guy. He's on Twitter a lot, he's in spaces a lot, he's on social media a lot. I don't know the man's prep around this battle, so I can't make any accusations, and I won't put that on Easy's jacket at all. It could have just been coincidence. He could have just got thrown off. It happens when you're up there and you're under the lights. It's just not easy. It's a very tough job to be a battle rapper. So I'm not coming down on Easy at all because he doesn't have a reputation for this. But it was a big choke, and he had to end his round. Clips comes out, dominates the round. Clearly dominates the round. Um, and I think did he have a little bit of freestyling in the second? I forget, but it might have been the Philly cheesesteak joint in the third round. He definitely did a, I'm so mean with it. I could bring that and do a whole nother scheme with it. And by that point, Clips was cooking. Clips was really, really cooking. And the choke just makes it that much clearer. There's really not too much to discuss in the second round. Charlie Clips, super clear. If you had Charlie Clips taking the first round, then the battle's over at this point. If you have Easy taking the first the way that I did, then it's 1-1 going into the third. And now let's see what's going to happen. Third round starts. Once again, Easy is coming out with some great energy, great rapping, great delivery. Um, it's what we expect from him. Still, he's putting on. And I love the angle that Easy had where everybody knows, the talk of people try to use against Clips or have used against him. I shouldn't say try, have used against him about his father and his situation. They call his father telling and all that type of stuff. Whereas Easy, he has his father standing right behind him. Right. And he turns to his father and he even starts rapping about like, I'm proud that I could bring my father to a battle and I could pick up the phone when I got to and speak to him and all this type of stuff. And it's good to see somebody use an angle against Clips that's been used before in a different way. There's nothing new under the sun. We say that all the time. There's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. Nas lost tapes. And to see Easy take the father angle against Clips, but do it completely different than anybody has ever done it before was dope. It was super dope. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I felt like it landed. After that, I think Easy got into a whole angle against Charlie Clips gambling, right? And it scathed. He was hitting him with it. He was really, really hitting him with it. Then Easy to Block Captain ends his round again with a choke. Now, we've seen chokes before, like let's say Surf has done them before, where he gets to some of his material, he finishes a line, and then it's just like Jersey. Twerk has done it too. And those situations, they could damn near come out and say, like, oh no, that wasn't a choke. I just ended my round there. Right. Easy was clearly in the middle of a scheme and an angle. He was clearly in the middle of an angle. It was something like, what's up with y'all niggas? I'm gonna tell you something about y'all niggas. Gutter. I was like, that's the rules, my nigga. The rules is a choke, is a immediate loss of the round. If he would have felt it, happening, I feel like he delivered enough material to at least be able to get done with his round, and then it just be rated regular against what Charlie Clips's third was, right? And if he would have felt it coming, like the choke on the way, so to speak, and then it was just like, to finish that last bar and then let it go, it would have been good because I don't know how much material he had left, but enough time has gone by where it felt like we got a lot from him. With those two earlier angles with his pops and the gambling thing, he did his job. He did his job in the third round. But it was clear, it was a clear choke because he was in the middle of a fucking angle. Like, what about y'all niggas? Something like, and then it's like, gutter. I was like, fuck. And then on top of that, what heightens it is because of the choke in the second. So it makes you look at that in the third and be like, damn, is he fully prepared as far as his memory? I feel like all his material was done and all that. You could just tell by the way he was rapping, his confidence, his energy, during his rounds, but the memory, I guess, of it, you can, it's like, damn, so you had such a bad choke in the second and third ending like that. It puts the two together like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So technically you can't win the round if you choke. That's just the rules. And I will say this too. Um, this is almost the most outside of like the Geechee third round, this is almost like the most unsettled that I've seen Easy between rounds when his opponent is rapping, especially after his choke in the second and then during the third. His energy looked like he was just like, fuck, I fucking might lose to this motherfucker. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you could see it in his energy. Like I swear, like if you look at Easy's mannerisms and energy after he chokes in the second round, and Charlie Clips goes, and then when he ends his third the way that he does, and then Charlie Clips starts, and he's just sitting there during the third, you could tell his energy is off. Like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But Clips comes out in the third, and it's probably his best round. And I'm starting to see that pattern with Clips. Like, you know how like people have patterns of like their dangerous rounds and what to really look out for? He's starting to develop a pattern for his third round being his craziest round, which is funny because if Clips comes out and does a bunch of freestyling in his rounds and whatnot, you would think that his strongest memory would be the early material. But if he has like freestyling or bad rounds or like throwaway rounds or average rounds, these days it almost seems like the more average rounds or the lesser hidden rounds are the first or the second. His third rounds, just like versus Rosenberg Raw, he's saving his thirds these days for being his toughest hidden shit. You know what I'm saying? And oh my bad, I skipped the angle from Easy in the third, man. He talked about a family loss that he just went through, and he's stressing out recently. That could, now that I think about it, that could be part of the prep too. That could be part of like the issue with the second and the third, because he talked about something real serious, a major loss that he just had. Um, and the reason why that came to mind now to go back to Clips's third to close things out is Clip starts his round like I'm going through something too, right? And even part of it was like, possible problems with his BM. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it was just part of his round. I don't know if it was a rebuttal or if he's really having issues at home, but he rapped it. You know what I mean? And it hits because it kind of like feeds right off of Easy's third. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about like I got this situation over here that I'm fending off. I got, battle rap here. I got my baby moms over here that dealing, and I got my newborn son right here in the middle that I'm trying to tend to. And I like that. I like that shit. I like that shit. It hits. You know what I'm saying? After that, he gets into the REM, the PAP, and the Easy angles. Um, I feel like if you're Easy or REM, anybody you book, you gotta anticipate, it's coming, right? A lot of people, or I guess if I'm Easy, you're gonna say things like, all right, all you could do is say PAP or REM, blah, and people that have well-known angles against them, that's what they tend to say. And sometimes an opponent can overuse an angle and be corny for it. So I can agree in that sense. But like we said earlier, Nas lost tape shit. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And Clips hit. It's not like I'm watching Clips' third and I'm like, oh, here goes Geechee shit again. Clips did it in Clips's way. And it worked. And I ain't gonna spoil it. Go get the VOD. Shout out to the trenches. But Clips did it in Clips's way and it worked. And then he even ends it with a joke towards Rem about a throwback scene that people always laughed about in a music video of Rem. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious, B. So and then also with Charlie Clips going third, I'm not gonna act like I know what else Easy had in his third. But it's very possible that even without the way that Easy ended his third round, it's very possible that Clips would have still took the third. It's very possible. So this is 2-1. Charlie Clips beating Easy to block. There's no debate because Easy choked in the second and the third. So there's no debate. There's no, it doesn't matter if you're a big Charlie Clips fan, a big Trenches fan, a big Easy. It doesn't matter. It's not about bias or favorites. And we judge a battle, and especially if y'all come over here for any judging or any reactions, we always going to keep it fair. And we always going to keep it 1,000. I'm not going to play no promotion games and nothing like that when we're talking about people's battles and nothing like that. Be official and be 1,000. Be serious. I'm not gonna be joking or trolling or having a good, you know what I'm saying, or playing around and shit. So technically, rule for rule, it's 2-1 no matter what, preference or not, because of the rules. But if you want to go more on the opinion side, like I said, there's room for debate, maybe in the first. which would then possibly give Clips a 3-0, or just easy to the first round, and then it's 2-1. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the chips fell. Yeah, I mean, so it's shocking because I don't think many people had Easy to Block Captain winning this I mean, losing this battle. And nobody is predicting any Easy to Block Captain choking. Nobody. Um, so Charlie Clips taking the battle is the shock factor of it. But he had to have a good showing. He had to make it close, debatable, or win because his back was to the wall. And the pressure is not going to be removed from Charlie Clips because of this win over Easy. It's not going it shouldn't be. The culture shouldn't let it be, right? Like I said on my last stream, I was like really, really serious. I was like, Clips, you my nigga. I do not want to see you take money out of your own fucking pocket. And I think that doesn't get erased just because, you just beat Easy. Based on the way Charlie Clips is talking in his round about you niggas be forgetting who I am. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. So let Charlie Clips tell it and let the elites tell it. And he makes sense when he says it because he is who he is. He's not supposed to be counted out, right? In any battle because he's Charlie Clips. So checks and balances and fans of battle rap, do not remove this pressure from Charlie Clips. Make every battle that he takes the fourth quarter. We must force him to continue to be who he really is, as far as one of the greatest battle rappers of all time, one of the GOATs. You don't get this win on Easy and then take off 3 battles and sweep. No, no. The pressure still stays, but in the meantime, we must give Charlie Clips his respect because he showed up, he showed out, he was entertaining, he was prepared. He had some freestyling in there, 1 or 2 times where he might have been thrown off, but he delivered 3 good to great rounds. The third round could have been, you know what I mean, closer to the great side. Yeah, I mean, so overall, very, very good battle. Shout out the trenches. They did their thing. Um, where does Easy go from here now? So Charlie Clips to me, he stays in the spot of he is who he is, but we got to keep the pressure on him. As far as Easy, um, there's a lot of opponents out there for Easy. But hmm, I mean, you have to navigate coming off of wins or losses, right? If you have a big win, you have to try, like Big K, for example. He had one of his best performances ever versus A Ward. And before that battle, there was never an idea of Murder Mook. And I saw that performance and I said, I'm calling Murder Mook. Right. So coming off of a win, you have to navigate your matchmaking a certain way too. Same way coming off of a loss, you have to navigate your matchmaking a certain way. Easy to Block Captain is still Easy to Block Captain. He's going to be one of the most watchable people still this year. Anytime he steps in the ring, he's easy to block. But coming off of a loss, you still have to figure out, tactically what we're gonna do next. It's always a small step backwards, no matter how good you are, how big of a battle rapper you are. It's always a small step backwards. But when you're Easy to Block Captain, that's a real quick small step or whatever. You navigate that the right way, you promote the right way, you time it the right way, the right opponent. And this just becomes a L on the resume, but we move to the next one. You're not going to find a battle rapper that's going to remain perfect. So there's no letdown in losing a battle. But I still do want to see an interview from Easy though, talking about the 2 chokes. You could lose at any time. Anybody could lose, right? Matches make fights, styles make fights, just like boxing. But I want to know about the prep though. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious about that. So I'll be looking out for like an Easy interview or a live about that and see what he says about that. All right. Shout out to the trenches. Tomorrow. Oh, how many lives we got? So tomorrow I'm gonna do the members only live. It's still gonna be everybody's gonna be able to join it, but the members I'm gonna pull onto the stream with me. I'll try to get that done sometime in the afternoon, hopefully. If Kendrick or Drake drop again or some shit, we'll be here for that. I'm fucking getting tired with those guys at this point. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow night, the same way we did just now, I'm going to try to come back after Aver versus Swamp. So We supporting the trenches tonight. Go get the VOD, and then tomorrow we supporting Chrome 23. Buy your live pay per view, or if you're in Miami, pull up. All right. Shout out to Eazy and shout out to Charlie Clips. Y'all did y'all thing. Real good battle. Entertained. Got my money's worth. Good shit. I mean, sorry it's true though.